Hello, we are at Agile Adria 2015. My name is Marko Keba, and I have a privilege to speak to Korado Korlevic, our special guest at the conference, who is a discoverer of comets and asteroids, co-founder of an observatory. A teacher, primarily a teacher, maybe,
yes,
the main achievements that have been made. And since the observatory of Visnjan has done amazing things on a very, very limited budget, it's a pure non-governmental office, it needed very, very creative minds to pull it out. So your talk on this conference was about creativity, and that's something that I would like to have a few words today. And I'm going to use the questions based on the presentations that you have presented today. And the first question would be, why is it hard to be creative in today's world?
It is not hard. It is difficult, but it is not because the creativity is difficult by themselves, but the socialization, the society really don't need creative people. They just need obedient people. And if you have a lot of creative people, they disturb the system. So the system is designed in the way that keep the number of creative people low. So when you are a minority, it is always difficult. If you're a minority of any kind, so the minority of creative people is suffering the society that is all box in the box in the box, and you don't need to think out of the box.
So you think that this is intentional? The way that our society is made is intentional, so to keep the...
Oh no, I'm not implying that our government is so wise to understand that and that they don't propose. They just borrowed the political system from the early society. It was always as that. So you cannot govern millions of people and everybody have his own thoughts. It is too much freedom, too much liberty, and maybe somebody is going to ask where the tax money is going. So it is better to keep low profile of the creative people in the society.
Okay. Sounds a bit disappointing.
So everything is disappointing sometimes. You need to enjoy it. Be a masochist.
Okay. So one statement that we have heard today is that creativity is making the society dysfunctional.
Yeah, this seems to work if you compare Germany and Italy. Which society is less creative or more creative, which one is more functional or less functional. So I took Italy because it is widely known, but if you took any country from the Balkans, the situation is even worse. So if you are going really to search creative people, Croatia, Bosnia, Serbia, you are on the best places in the world to do it. But
why is that so?
Poland also. You need to survive. You know that totalitarian system that was socialist, it was snađi se druže method. So this snađi se druže was when something in the state is not working, you need to improvise. And improvising was in the essence of surviving. So the partizansky method. So in the forest and do without the states. Or this snađi se druže was something that is still inside us. And if you have a problem, you see, if you can open the door and go, it's okay. If not, you just go around the wall and it's okay. So Poland, it's also a country known for the creativity. When you ask ship captains or ship companies which nationality prefer on the ship as officers, Poland, Croatia are between the first. And when you ask why, it says never happened that the ship have not reached the harbor. If you have something that is not working, you're not going to send a helicopter with spare part. They arrange to come to repair in the harbor. And only using at least improvising absolutely, but reaching the harbor. And this mental set is something that is very, very of value if you have a system that it's necessary not to fail.
Okay, so it's the conditions of the system itself being not so perfect that have
that produce creativity. Yes.
Produce creativity. Okay, so how do we actually recognize the innovator in a crowd or in a kid? How do we recognize innovators in
it is
kids?
different. In any case, in the crowd, these persons show from the outsides this dress code, the classical dress code. They don't care. So the dress code can be a first indicator. You have fake innovators, fake creative people with the glasses and everything because it is a fashion. But you see that somebody is free in the way that think, that behave, but also how the creative person react when you speak and propose some new ideas. The creative people is never going to judge the creative idea on the spot. So it is going, okay, let's think about maybe it's
other person's idea.
If somebody is judging on the spot, it's not good. You are found somebody that is living in the box.
Okay, but you said something about not judging your own ideas as well.
This is very difficult, but you can do it with training. Yes. So the most important part when we are producing ideas, that in the brain you have the short circuit idea and checking if the idea is good, some kind of evaluation. You need to decouple the generating of idea with the evaluation for 24 hours, to sleep in the between. You know, also, I'm a prespavati. So we have in the language, in the ancient time, that this decoupling was. And as we shorten everything faster, we put the generating of the ideas and the evaluation in the same spot, and it is not good.
Okay, so it's sleep it over. Means, I have an idea and I'm gonna evaluate
I'm not sure
tomorrow.
If the idea is good. Let's give the brain time to evaluate slowly to see what it is going to happen.
It seems quite simple.
It's not simple. We are making things difficult. We think that having a good car, having a communication, that we are smarter. Yes, the most stupid that our ancestors. It is difficult to live when you have not things, and we have things that are thinking for ourselves. Just take a camera. To make a movie that you are doing now, it was to know the illumination, the color index of the light and everything. And now you have these idiot cameras that are doing everything. And you think that you are smarter than the cameraman of 50 years ago. He was a genius, making to work a camera at that time.
Okay. And now the machine is doing it for us.
It's doing it. And we are more and more stupid because we are allowing machines to do things for us. But we are not using the extra spare time to become smart in another place. We are just losing this extra very good time to do stupid things, to buy dreams from other people. Because you are stuck and you are consuming other dreams instead to have your own dreams. In any case, we are already 5 years in something that is after informatics society, it is called the dream society. So we are already past the threshold, and we are in the post-informatics society.
Okay, and the methods that you are using as an educator in the Visnjan school, the summer school, summer camps, differ a bit from the traditional methods that are used at least by the Croatian educational system. So how do they differ?
It depends what you think about tradition. If we go 200 years back, it is perfectly with the tradition of 200 years back. So the kids are outside and learning. What is important is the passion to do it. Important is to be together and enjoy to be together. And the most important part in the Slavic languages, you have the education decoupled in something that is education ili odgoj, and you have the obrazovanje. And this is perfect. The school system was at the first making odgoj and obrazovanje. After that, this odgoj, education disappeared, and now we have only learning. It is a complete disaster. It is learning, it can be done through internet perfectly. So you need to have a school system that have only odgoj, to become a good person, to have ethical value, to understand other people's needs. And after that, you go and you learn by yourself as always. You just need to hit the chair. Just learn alone by yourself what you need to learn. And they completely miss. They have this curriculum, the stupid things, instead of thinking how to educate good persons. And we are not only good, smart, creative. So this was the idea to have a school system, or the idea of the school system, the modern one, just to produce a perfect, standardized worker like a screw. Everybody need to be the same, that you can screw together everybody, and you have all us screwed because of that.
So it succeeded, actually.
They succeed because still today, when you ask somebody, what's your year of schooling? We are not produced with sausages with the label produced in that year. We are very, very different. It is not important. So to have a label, this was produced in this school year, it is so stupid. And we are insisting on these things. Instead it says, this person is smart, this person is perfect, it is childish, it is fun, it is good to work with him, it has high ethical values. This is not, it is written the year of production on your documents.
So how do you fight that in Visnjan?
Oh, I'm protesting all the time.
but how is the educational system?
The last workshop that we had the time span between the youngest girl, that was Jovana in that group, and Anna, the oldest, near 50 years difference.
In the same group?
Yes, in the same group. And they started, what I'm making here. At the end of the workshop, the time difference disappeared. The only difference was the field of interest. The time difference is so stupid, because when you come to gifted people, we are all child. I don't know one gifted person that is not childlike and having the passion of the child and the kid and having the fun of the kids. If somebody is serious, he is already dead. He's old style, he's out.
I mean, you mentioned it in the presentation, saying if somebody tells you are childish, consider it a compliment.
Oh, it is the max. Also, if somebody says you are barbar, also. If somebody says you are barbar, it is also a perfect compliment. That means that you really can distinguish what the really value is or what the synthetic of society-driven, not important. So barbar, child, you need to pay to drink to the people that tell you. But look, if we are always speaking about the evolution of the humans, what is the next step of the human evolution? We can see that from the evolution of the wolf. You have wolf and you have a dog. A dog, it's wolf, but never grows up. Always is a puppy.
Childish wolf.
Childish wolf. The next step of the humans are going to be the humans that enjoy everything as a child till the end. So the childish human is the next evolutionary step of the human. When you see somebody serious, it is just some Neanderthals kind of back, something. So just enjoy the life as a kid.
Okay, so I guess you must be paying a lot of drinks.
Not so. People are afraid of me. And people usually think that I'm a very, very serious person that is completely missing the point. So because also of this year of production. So I'm a little bit out of date, a year of production, and the people don't realize that I'm a kid just stuck in this old body.
Okay. Thank you very much, Korado, for this talk.
Thank you for inviting me. Always difficult. If you're a minority of any kind, so the minority of creative people is suffering, the society that is all box in the box in the box, and you don't need to think out the box.
So you think that this is intentional? The way that our society is made is intentional, so to keep the...
Oh no, I'm not implying that our government is so wise to understand that and that they don't propose. They just borrowed the political system from the early society. It was always as that. So you cannot govern millions of people and everybody have his own thoughts. It is too much freedom, too much liberty, and maybe somebody is going to ask where the tax money is going. So it is better to keep low profile of the creative people in the society.
Okay. Sounds a bit disappointing.
Everything is disappointing.
Hello, we are at Agile Adria 2015. My name is Marko Keba, and I have a privilege to speak to Korado Korlevic, our special guest at the conference, who is a discoverer of comets and asteroids, co-founder of an observatory. A teacher, primarily a teacher, maybe.
Yes,
the main achievements that have been made. And since the observatory of Visnjan has done amazing things on a very, very limited budget, it's a pure non-governmental office, it needed very, very creative minds to pull it out. So your talk on this conference was about creativity, and that's something that I would like to have a few words today. And I'm going to use the questions based on the presentations that you have presented today. And the first question would be, why is it hard to be creative in today's world?
It is not hard. It is difficult, but it is not because the creativity is difficult by themselves, but the socialization, the society really don't need creative people. They just need obedient people. And if you have a lot of creative people, they disturb the system. So the system is designed in the way that keep the number of creative people low. So when you are a minority, it is